Hey, Spuddies, Potato Big Whiskey here, and welcome back to Let's Play Civilization 7. We're playing as Ada Lovelace, and today we're playing as Hawaii. It has been a minute, but I think we need to choose our legacies. We have a very, very nice and tidy empire, and I'm kind of considering maybe going for a little bit of a different strategy this game. There is a sort of interesting strategy where you go all in on settling the new world, the distant lands, and convert those towns into cities rather than converting your homelands into cities. And I kind of want to try that out as Hawaii. Now, I want to think about this, right? So Hawaii loves water settlements. It loves fishing boats, and we love the Hale o Keawe. So if we could build that would be fantastic. Now, I don't remember where it's unlocked. Let's have a look here in the thingy. Yeah, so we would want to rush towards inspiration or rush through our own culture text. It's a question of, I think we can get to inspiration faster through piety, and we get a 30% production boost towards the Hale o Keawe, which gives us culture equal to 50% of its cost. Whenever we build a building on coastal terrain, it also has 3 relic slots. That definitely pushes us in sort of a more religious direction. And the other thing that's pushing us towards a religious direction when you're playing as Hawaii is the fact that our unique civilian unit is the Missionary that gives gold when you convert a settlement. And I believe that's not the first time you convert a settlement. This is every time you convert a settlement, which is kind of very interesting. We also have the Leo Mano, which is a infantry combat unit that has extra combat strength against infantry and cavalry, and you get culture when you defeat enemies. Now, we do also have the Loakalo, which gives you food and production, and adjacent farms get culture. So I'm kind of intrigued by the idea of pushing to expand in the other continent, or at least in distant lands, right? At least expanding to the distant lands, getting a vibe for it, seeing what it feels like. I do really like the idea of taking fealty here, and I also need to have a little bit of a think about like which points I want to take. We have a scientific point that we could spend towards the gold and happiness maintenance, and I think that is pretty good to go for. So I'm going to take that because it's going to help us with our gold and happiness maintenance. But there is sort of a thought here. I could go down the expansionist side of things here, or even this side, and do some pretty interesting things, or we could go on the diplomatic side of things. Like, there's a lot of interesting paths we could go. The question is, do we want the +2 settlement limit? Do we want the expansionist attribute point? Or do we want... I think we would prefer to get the expansionist attribute point over the militaristic ones. Also, I like the idea of getting the piety civic for free. There is also the Silk Roads Golden Age. We could also get 25 gold per turn. I think it's worth more to take an economic attribute point, and then possibly even the piety boost, because that is a huge injection of culture right at the start of the age. Now, we could also go for Ada Lovelace's special bonuses here. We could get a 15% culture boost, and wait a minute, if I take both of these, I just end up with 5% more culture and science. If I take both of these, that's kind of interesting. I think it might be better just to take attribute points here. So I might take 2 scientific attribute points. Do we want diplomatic or cultural? It would be nice to get the cultural attribute point to have longer celebrations. And then I could either get 2 cultural attribute points or another expansionist point plus a cultural attribute point. I love attribute points because I think they stack up and they make you a lot more powerful. So there's machinery. We have access to the grist mill and the sawmill and catapult. Now, I believe we got that because we researched a boost. We got a future tech last era. So I'm going to take the first cultural leader attribute point here to get me +1 culture per age on palace and city halls. That's going to be 2 culture per settlement that we have. That's really strong. I'm going to go for a 50% celebration length so that all of the happiness that we generate gets multiplied in its efficiency and effectiveness. On the economic side of things, I'm going to take +2 gold in all of our settlements. That's because it's 2 gold for this age. On the expansionist side of things, I kind of want to go down to the warehouse building growth because I think base food could be really strong alongside the tempo of going down the right side of this tree. I'm a big fan of the right side of this tree. Now, on the scientific legacy side of things, I quite like +1 science in settlements for each resource. This gives us a strong baseline science growth, and then +1 science per age in towns. So +2 science in our towns, +4 in distant lands, which could be very interesting. Now, in our capital, there's a lot we can do, and we could use these warehouse buildings to sort of overwrite some of these maybe old buildings that don't provide a huge amount of value. And the nice thing about the sawmill, the grist mill, and the stonecutter is they don't actually take any... They don't have an upkeep cost, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Now, I do think we're going to need to build our sawmill and our grist mill here. So I'll start with the sawmill, and then I want to get a stonecutter. And I think I'll put a stonecutter with this granary because it will boost the kuna. Remember, we want to have fully built districts to boost this tile. It scales off of adjacent districts, and so does my palace. So I think that's a really nice thing to do as well. In fact, I may even place the stonecutter first, and then I'll get the grist mill, and then we'll kind of think about whether or not we want to get the bazaar. But I think this is the way to go. Now, our capital, we are going to assign a bunch of camels in here initially. In fact, we're going to assign all of our city resources to our capital, if indeed that is possible. And then we're going to spread our bonus resources out if we can, and we cannot. Okay, in terms of research, the very first thing we want to research is cartography, so we can start exploring the continent here to the left. I have a cog that I'm going to send to the right because I'm going to buy a cog over here on the left. I'm probably going to buy multiple cogs, but I'm going to start with one. I need to talk to Benjamin Franklin and get open borders with him because my boat actually can't get through his land. So I'll buy another cog in Tarsus, and then we'll start saving up for settlers. Settlers are going to be the big thing. Now, we got some social policies here. I do think that science on vegetated terrain could be quite good, and then the culture on happiness buildings could be really useful too. So I think I'll plug both of those in as they'll start to provide us with a bit of resources. We do have an army commander. I'm going to move my army commander over here to the left in preparation of perhaps using them to go to the new world. I'm going to send you over here, and I'm going to take my archers, any spare archers that I have, and I'm going to tell them to reinforce this army commander so that we could bring 2 army commanders with 8 ranged units to the distant lands so that we could maybe do some warfare and invasion of people, because I think that can be worth it in the exploration age. It's one of my favorite ways to play the age, is to go all colonizing. I know it's wrong, it's bad, but it's so fun. Dark potato rises. Now, I definitely feel like the thing that pumps up the Hawaiians the most is theocracy here. So I'm going to take theocracy. The culture is amazing, as is the civilian construction bonus, because we are going to want to get missionaries. I thought I took a free piety bonus. Did I not take that? I may have forgot to take that. That's okay. It's fine. I thought I did, but maybe I forgot to click it. Maybe I said I would do it and then I didn't do it. I don't remember. The game is hard, okay? Dota 2 players understand. 12 culture per turn here is really great. I'm going to take that very early into an age. Those sort of diplomatic agreements are fabulous. All right, we've already got potential settlement locations here. I should hopefully be able to buy a settler in a turn. Oh, we did find the Bermuda. I forgot about that, actually, that we had found that last age. Let's cross the deep ocean. Interesting that my unit disappeared. Oh my god, that's awesome. I thought they didn't do that in this game, but apparently they do. That was sick. Let's buy ourselves another cog now that we have one over there, I guess. I think 4 cogs is a good number because that will fit in it will fit inside a single army commander or naval commander. That was hilarious. That was crazy. I didn't know that it still did that. It doesn't say it. Oh, very cool. That's fun. I am wondering though, if it always sends the boats to the same place every time, like it did in Civ 6, or if it's maybe a little bit more random in Civ 7. Because I know in Civ 6 it always sent boats in the same general area. It wasn't always the exact same place. I would like to be friends with Kamagui. Cultural city-state would be really nice this age. It's Constantinople. Now, unfortunately, due to the way the game's mechanics work in the current patch, the best thing for me to do with this is actually to sail up beside it and disperse it to gain the culture, because otherwise the AI is going to do that, even if I would prefer to befriend them. That is unfortunately the optimal thing to do as far as I'm aware. Okay, we got to do a little bit of repairs over here in Kusa as it got hit by a flood. We're going to focus on growing our towns now, I think. That's my main objective for this age. Oh, wow, look at that. We could send a settler into this if indeed it sends people to the same location, because this is a sick as hell treasure fleet location. Okay, sweet. We've got access to the wharf, which is a great food building. We've also got the ability to cross these lands. So I'm going to go ahead and purchase myself. How much for a settler? Are they... Okay, they're 500 gold. That's quite expensive. Let's produce a settler in the capital. And then in terms of technology, I do think the +1 food on fishing boats is actually going to serve me incredibly well in this age. Now, if you go through this again, it sends you to... Well, it sends you to the other ocean, but in a different location. That's interesting. I might send a settler through the vortex of doom. That is the Bermuda Triangle. Love it. That is so cool, dude. We have met Catherine the Great. We are going to give her a positive greeting. We do prefer to give positive greetings as the AI, as it lowers the probability that the AI will declare war on us. We are saving influence because we would like to befriend Kamagui. I'm going to take the 40% production towards civilian and support units for 15 turns would actually be dope. In my capital, I'm going to take +2 science on happiness buildings, because if I just crank out settlers here, Okay, let's send this settler over. We want to get them settling in. We've got a nice big island here that we could make use of. No, there's only one treasure resource, which is honestly not the end of the world. Let's go ahead and coastally raid this. I'll take the gold because the gold will be useful. I'll be able to buy a temple really quick with that gold. Exploring is quite important, so we will continue to explore. I forgot, I didn't see that cairn. I wish that the grabbable goody huts were a little bit more obvious. So there's commune. We get production towards overbuilding and the access to the temple. So I think fishing boats are going to be an important part of our strategy here, but, you know, might not be the play. Now, in back, I'm going to purchase a temple. Now, the temple likes adjacency from mountain terrain and natural wonders, so I would like to place it near mountains and natural wonders, but unfortunately, I don't actually have mountains or natural wonders near my base. I do have 2 wonders right here, so this would be a +2 adjacency tile for this temple, which is not bad, all things considered, right? And it's also a happiness building, so we get science and happiness, or science and culture from it. So that's really quite good. Now, that's going to allow us to found a religion, but more importantly, we want to go straight for inspiration. Now, since we're playing Hawaii, we're going to call our religion crab people are real. Oh no, crab people are real. Okay, now we're going to add a belief. I'm going to go with evangelism because I'm going to try to convert the other continent pretty heavily here. I do like the idea of tithe. There's a lot of money from tithe. So we'll take tithe first. I like religions that give gold. It's just always been a thing that I've enjoyed. I think we want this early culture. If we can start building the Hale-o-Kiwi nice and early into the age, then that would be fantastic. You're going to chill right there. Let's coastally raid this cairn, and we got a production booster gold. I'll take the gold because the gold means I can use gold to build up my capital and increase its efficiency, because I can't really see the upkeep of these buildings on these tiles. I could also use my gold to develop my towns, like my saw pit, my stone cutters here. Also, my temples are worth a lot of science and culture. Let's get the saw pit in here, then maybe we'll think about getting the saw cutter. Perfect, there's cartography. Food on food buildings as well as food on fishing boats is going to mean that we have a lot more food in our empire. We've met Pachacuti. We'll give him a friendly greeting because we like to maintain positive relations with the AI if at all possible. I'm going to hold off on doing any sorts of nasty things. Now, we do need to keep in mind that Xerxes, the King of Kings, this guy over here, he hates us because I think we were in a massive war with him. I'm going to take the +2 production in the Colosseum, and in back, we're just going to keep producing settlers. That's our goal. Is we're going to just settle like crazy, and that does mean we're going to want an early feudalism for the +1 settlement limit. So I think the next thing to go for, I would like the production on camps and woodcutters, but maybe a strong, well, you know what, let's go for that first. Let's go for the production on camps and woodcutters. Let's increase the ability of our empire to sim. And simming is basically a word that we use to describe increasing the pace and output of your economy, right? If you're playing Sim City, you're sitting in a corner building your own city, not interacting with anyone, right? That's how Sim City works. And that's basically the kind of dream scenario if you're a civilization player, is if you get to sit back and just build up your empire and nobody can touch you, that's you completely optimizing, like, to an insane degree. So that is what you want to be doing as a Civ player, is simming. It's a phrase that comes from the multiplayer community. I think it started in Civ 5, I don't actually remember. I just know it comes from the multiplayer community. Oh yeah, we'll be able to disperse this encampment as well. So Bach is ready to produce more settlers. So I've already made 3. We're going hard on settlers early. You've taken a little bit too much damage, so I'm going to step you inside the army commander, and then I'm going to deposit a new unit right here who will fortify, and we can slowly pepper away these units. You're going to step forward here up onto that fish, and we're going to coastally raid this. I could spend a turn of science for 400 gold, or I could just take 200 gold at no cost. I think I'll just take the 200. It seems a little bit more reasonable. I'm going to get my cog to heal up over here by Baghdad, and I'm going to zip up here and steal the pillage on this encampment, on this independent people. I'm going to get that 200 gold. I'm going to yoink it from somebody else. In Kamagui, we're going to befriend. It'll only take 15 turns to become fully friends with them. All right, our archers are doing work. We're going to archer teleport through the army commander over here so we can get this kill. And my settlers are already starting to cross the passage. I'm going to call it the Southwest Passage. So we got a science boost from picking up a goody hut over here. So let's get the +1 production on camps and woodcutters from Missionary. Amazing. Now we're going to pick up astronomy so we can go straight for feudalism. We want that settlement limit so that we don't take happiness penalties beyond what we feel is necessary. I have built 4 settlers to be sent out this way. I think that might actually be enough. It might be good for us to start building up the food and growth economy in here. So I'm going to build my bazaar plus my wharf in my capital city. Tarsus, I have a lot of gold that I can develop you with. I'm going to put the stone cutter right there, and it might be nice to put the temple over here. It's +1 happiness, or do I want to build up another tile? You know, I think I'm happy to just, yeah, put the temple there. Why not? It's slightly better. So I'm going to settle right here because that captures 4 resources as well as a good chunk of land. And it will also allow me to secure this passage here, and this passage here, which are only 1 tile ocean passages, which is super nice for getting more stuff over to the distant lands, the new world. Calakmul has grown, and I do think we're going to be focusing pretty heavily on growth as Hawaii because of the way that the culture of this of Hawaii works. I believe later on in our cultural tree, we will gain +2 culture on marine terrain, which is insane, and then another +2 culture on marine terrains in settlements following our religion. We could give Calakmul a specialization or turn it into a city, but I'm holding off on doing that because I want to experiment with a different strategy here. I'm exploring with a little boat over here, very nice. I think it'd be cool if you could set up like little, like it would be very interesting if there were unique independent peoples that could spawn that were specifically pirate nations. That would be really awesome. Okay, we're going to go ahead and settle in place, and we're going to grow to these dates right here. That's going to give us +3 food, +3 happiness. It's going to help Ku grow. We would like to convert Ku to a city pretty early, but we also want to inject some gold into it to develop it. So the first thing I want to do is get a granary and a fishing key. And then I want to get my saw pit and my brickyard to get this up to snuff with the previous ages buildings. I don't know if we'll buy the current ages buildings, but definitely the previous ages are perfectly reasonable. I'm going to assemble my army and then tell this guy to heal. And we'll keep sailing on up here. We just want to explore. It'd be definitely good if we settled on one of these tiles to create a passage through this big chunk of land here. All right, we've got a cave right here. Let's clear it. I'm going to take the culture. I don't want to give up, or rather, I'm going to take the gold because I don't want to give up culture in that event. Now, Bactria is a city that doesn't even have its basic buildings. So I'm going to buy a granary, and then I think I'd like to put a saw pit right here with a brickyard. And now we could grow to these dates. It's worth 3 food. Let's do it. It's a nice tile. We're going to grow the hell out of these towns. Ko has grown. We're going to go for dyes. We want this place to grow. I'm trying to grow my towns to be incredibly productive and useful. Okay, this might be too far. I might try to sail across just for the sake of it. If I lose a cog, I lose a cog. It's not the end of the world. I do want to check in on some of my cities in case some of them are missing the really basic buildings. Like the brickyard and saw pit would be great to get in Ku again. Yeah, I'm going to build a brickyard here plus a saw pit. And now the city this town is cranking, and it's much cheaper for us to convert it to a city. So here's a 10% production boost towards wonders. I think I would like that. We also have the serpent mound as an option. I'm going to drop Petcott for Renaissance because I want to try to build a Haleo Kiwi if I can, or even the serpent mound. So I've built the serpent mound right here. It would give extra adjacency to this tile, which would be nice. 2 of its tiles are taken up by ageless buildings, which is fine. It would create a really good tile right here, so I'm going to go for the serpent mount. Kusa has grown, and I think, again, look, we have so much power in these fishing boats. I do want to build your brickyard, so I'll buy you a brickyard right here because it is worth 2 food and 1 production in there. And we're going to go immediately for feudalism because we want the settlement limit. Now, in terms of culture, I would love to get to society mastery, but the Hawaiian civics, this stuff right here, is so damn good that we just basically have to rush for it now because the amount of value that's in it is kind of insane. So if I'm settling here, 1, 2, 3, I think I would like to settle here as that would capture 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 resources in its range. Now, it isn't coastal, which doesn't feel great. I could justify a tile to the left as that would capture another fish and overlap less with Kou. So I think that's a reasonable choice. Yeah, let's found this settlement right here. We get an expansionist point for settling twice on the foreign things. We're going to gain +1 population in all of our towns, which is fantastic. So let's keep taking those populations on fishing boats as we're basically banking food, gold, and happiness for a huge future potential. In here, I'll take a production tile. Chichen Itza, you're a big ass city. You're a town now, but you were a city. Parsa as well could be a city, and maybe one day we will make it a city, but for now it's not what I'm looking to do. All right, let's grab you, and I think we want to grab this pearls and the fishing tiles. We want to grow this town as fast as humanly possible. Hilo you, here's your dyes, awesome. Just making sure resources are assigned is very valuable. I hate this, like, please, I wish there was a toggle here that say, don't remind me about specialization, or like skip next specialization reminder. Like if I want to do a specialization, I want to be able to set my own time and place as to when I want to do it. You know, I don't want you to just blindly remind me every time that town grows. Yeah, I just think a simple toggle to be able to tell a city not to remind you would be awesome. Okay, Back has grown, and we're still in the process of filling out our rural stuff. Now, there is an argument to be made to put a specialist on our ageless district here. It would cost us a little bit of food and happiness, but it would generate us a decent amount of culture and science, and I think that is a reasonable thing to do. We're continuing to grow this city, awesome. And it's asking for a specialization now. I'm going to pay the money to convert it to a city, and yes, its production is incredibly low. But that's not a big deal. Let's get started on a stonecutter. Let's vomit out our troops here. We'll take a little bit of damage. I need to bring you down to clear this so we can actually settle a little bit more reasonably. The independent people are blocking our settlement locations. So there's no chance this guy survives unless he rolls incredibly low on his damage. But the problem is the damage rolls are just too high. So this cog is dead due to an unfortunate crossing place. If I had chosen here, it would have been fine. Let's grab that shipyard. 45 production or golden science. I'll take the golden science. We have a narrative choice over here. Kamigui is going to give us a culture boost. Respond to a diplomatic endeavor. I'm going to take that culture per turn. Thank you so much, Hawaii. We're going to overrun this scout. It'll do a little bit of damage to our army stack, but it's fine. So if I'm settling here, 1, 2, 3, I want to settle here with my next settler. I'll make my way over to that tile because it looks like a good one. 1, 2, 3. I could also settle. Yeah, no, this is a good tile. I don't care if somebody settles to the right there. Protestantism has been founded. Hell no. You are not allowed to settle your city here. So I'm going to try and block this guy. And if they do settle there, we'll have to declare war. And oh my god, my ship made it. Amazing. We got a really good damage roll. Well, that's kind of shocking, actually. I miss cities having a bombard ability, because it meant like if there were scouts running around inside your territory, it was just so easy to deal with them. So we built the Serpent Mount, which is awesome. We can't build any more wonders. That's fine. I wouldn't mind a university. There's a +4 university right there. We could start building our... Let's get the university. I think it's a reasonable building to build. Waknabal. Get that right there. Hilo has grown. We'll grow towards the pearls. Waknabal. We do not want to specialize you. Let's settle our settler right here. Please do not settle there. Do not settle there. We'll buy a fishing key in here. We'll buy the granary. This is a really good science tile, so we don't want to use it for anything. I'll put a brickyard and a saw pit right there. And then we'll consider converting this to a city in the not too distant future. Buy that fish and the fish here. Don't do it, settler. Don't settle there. Don't you dare. God, I'm going to be so mad if they settle there. Christ! Denounce. Military infiltration. We'll prepare. We'll prepare. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Right now my growth is being multiplied thanks to the cities being in growing mode, so I think getting farms is actually kind of okay because we're building for the future. I would like to get up here. There's 2 T's, but it might be a while before I can do that. Let's get our fishing key here. I think we put it there so we can get around this. We put the granary in this city. We're going to need to convert this to a city sooner rather than later because there's a few buildings we need to build in it. It's a developmental thing. Okay, there's the inn. We get the settlement limit. We have the inn as well. That's food and happiness. Excellent. I'm going to go to Ku and we will grab the dates. Wailuku has grown. We'll grab the fish. There's mana. +2 culture for every storm. Every time a storm, flood, or volcanic eruption provided for fertility. I don't want to change any of my abilities. We also get a narrative choice. We want the culture because we're trying to rush to mana. Sorry, to Hei Naalu. We don't care about Kappa. The Loi Kalo would be really good. The culture on food buildings is quite nice too. That means culture from granaries as well as the inn. So I'm going to build the inn here. This is a +5 inn. Really good. I would like to get my kilns up. However, I also like the idea of getting +1 food on farms, pastures, and plantations. So again, it's going to really reinforce this growth-oriented plan that we have. Do I want to produce civilian and support units, or do I want to get culture? I'm going to go for the culture now. And I'll grab Pet Cot to get the science on the vegetated terrain. Because the faster we can get the Hei Nalu, the better. And part of the reason we've been building so many boats is because one of our cultural attributes here, or rather one of our cultural, like the Hawaiian Empire, we get culture every time we expand to a marine settlement tile, right? So really, really good. We'll shoot this archer, shoot this warrior once and twice. We did denounce you, right? Yeah, so we're just waiting for our relations to go down. Let's talk to Russia and we'll ask for open borders so that we can kind of sail on through her land. Just do a little scouting expedition. Okay, Chichen Itza has grown. Let's grow towards this cotton direction. We'll grab a bit of production. I'll grab the +4 influence per turn. Thank you, J Riz. I'm going to run some cultural festivals in back so that we can get through our civics faster. Stay growing, that's your job. Shoot this guy once, shoot him twice, shoot him 3 times. We can now disperse the independent for culture. My commander will get a promotion. He was a garrison commander. I'm going to take quartermaster on him and then regiments. Okay, 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots. Somehow you attacked my settler, not my military unit. It's an interesting choice. I'm going to send the settler up north to get this tile right here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 resources in range. And there's an enemy city blocking it. Anyway, here's a production fish tile. Let's grab that. Then we've got another, an actual fish tile. Hell yes. So Hilo, let's convert you to a city now. I am going to slowly build. We definitely want our inn. And there's a +8 inn right here. So we'll take that one. Well, +4 inn. It's got 4 water adjacent to it. But then we can use, while our city is slowly building this, we can use our gold to build other things. Like we could buy a bazaar there or something. It'll need a little bit of help. But yeah, I'm going for the distant lands for cities is the play that I'm going for here. It's kind of an interesting but a weird strategy. I want to see how it works out. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's good. I don't think it's good. Kamigui will give you a city-state bonus. We could get culture for every city-state we're Suzerain of on our culture buildings. We could gain a relic or the stone head. I think I'm going to grab the Suai. That's just going to give us a little trickle of extra culture on things like our kiln. And I'm going to rush towards shipbuilding so that we can start getting the treasure fleets flowing. We should be able to get a few of those, in theory. A game theory. Oh, a squall line. There's feudalism though. +1 food on farms, pastures, as well as the access to the medieval bridge. I'm going to grab that gypsum. Now, there is a settlement here, which does force me to settle 1 tile more northernly and possibly lose some of the resources that we had planned into this city, but that's fine. We can always conquer this and raise it or something. So, let's take out some of these resources in these new cities because gypsum is worth twice as much in distant land cities. So I'm thinking if I put my gypsum into these new cities, we're going to get pretty optimal yields. And then we can send the bonus resources back to the capital just to fill it out for the bonuses that we get for slotting resources in. All right, we have the Loecalo. We get the culture on food buildings. I'm going to drop the production towards wonders. I want the culture on food buildings more because that was like worth 100 culture. Think of all those granaries. I'm going to repair the arena. A lot of my buildings got damaged, so we'll spend some money repairing. I'm going to take that gold. Calicmol is ready to grow, so we grow to the fishing tiles. Remember, we get culture. We get 25 culture every time we grow to one of those. And now we're going to go for Heye Nalu. We want that culture on marine terrain. So back here, I definitely want to run the cultural festival again. Although weirdly enough, when I hover over this, it says in. And this is a bug this is like a classic Civ bug. I feel like this happens in many Civ games where it just can't correctly identify the thing that you're building. So it just identifies the last thing that you built. This is like a Civ 6 bug. I've seen this bug in Civ 6. Really interesting. Okay, Hilo needs a little bit of a gold injection. I'm going to inject gold in the form of a bazaar on this tile right here, which will then allow me to inject gold in the form of getting a brickyard and a saw pit for the city to get it that little bit of production, that little bit of food. Speaking of Hilo, we can fit another resource in it, give you a whales, good sir. Remember, whales are actually worth a lot more in cities than they are in towns, because in towns, whales give you 5 gold. In cities, they give you 5 production, and production is 4 times as valuable as gold, assuming you have no purchasing modifiers or production modifiers, right? Just assuming that they are at their baseline normalized amounts, that is the relationship between them. So generally speaking, you're going to want production over gold. Okay, I want you to keep growing to these beautiful tiles. I have a fishing boat I need to repair. Do I need to? No, I don't need to repair more than 1. I don't want to declare war on them because I don't want them to get the diplomatic influence or anything like that. So we'll just hold off and we'll get around to killing him eventually. Let's settle right here. There's the first militaristic legacy point. Also, we unlocked America. So we have 4 of the settlements. We'll need to get 6 and then convert them to truly hit the objective. I'm going to grow to the T to secure the whales. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to grow towards the sugar in order to secure that as well. We met another player. It's Confucius. Nice to meet you, Confucius. An absolute pleasure. A fishing boat with production on it. That's beautiful. It's exactly what we like to see. I will take that culture. The exploration of the map is going really well. I quite enjoy the process of exploring the map. I don't necessarily fully understand people who complained about it, because it's actually quite a fun part of the game. Right, there we go. Knights, man-at-arms, and lay-a-manos. I think it would be good to have a militaristic city-state on my side, so I might fight for Tarnovo, and I'll pump some diplomatic influence into it. Okay, let's go for shipbuilding. Although it might be good for us to get the mastery here, because we are playing Ada Lovelace and she loves masteries. Let's repair your quarry that got damaged, and I'll start producing fleet commanders in back so that we could maybe go full all-out war on what's his face, the Majapahit Empire. So we definitely want to build our happiness buildings, and we definitely want to build our food buildings, because there's a lot of culture and science and all that stuff locked up in them. 100% we want our temple in this city, so I'm going to place the temple down. We're going to want to start converting our cities pretty soon, actually. Wailuku, it's time for you to be converted to a city as well. That's a +3 resource tile. Let's place your inn. Oh, hello. I wouldn't mind having an economic city-state on my side this game. If I could get more diplomatic influence, I would, but I do want to get this militaristic city-state on my side as well. Burn this, take the gold. So +2 culture on marine terrain, +2 relics, and another settlement limit. We definitely want the culture on marine terrain. I'm going to drop the science in vegetated terrain in cities, and I'm going to take the culture on marine terrain, and now we're making 400 culture per turn, which is absolutely wild. And now we can start doing our masteries, and because we have a bunch of cities built as Ada Lovelace, these cities are going to get +4 science per age for all 3 of the masteries in our culture tree that we're going to knock out really quickly. Now, an expansionist attribute point or a cultural attribute point is an interesting decision. We could go for yields with specializations, or growth rate in cities, which isn't terrible for Ada Lovelace, or we could go for culture towards civic masteries. I like the culture towards civic masteries here, so I'm going to go ahead and take the cultural attribute point, because I feel like that leans into Ada Lovelace's abilities here. Coming into the capital, I don't know how or when we want to build things. I think we keep growing to our rural tiles in here, and then we'll build a Loacalo. We've got our first fleet commander. We'll send him over here. I'm going to start by getting a couple of those fleet commanders. They're quite good. Leaning into the militaristic navy stuff will have some benefits, I think. Right, so there's heraldry, happiness on buildings, as well as combat strength on infantry. I'm going to come in here and spend. I need to spend one more time to succeed. And so I'm going to need a lot of diplo influence. Thankfully, I do have the bifocals. And now look at this beautiful culture from these tiles. You just wait. We're going to go ahead and grab shipbuilding so we no longer take damage from crossing deep ocean. And in my capital, I'm going to start queuing up a bunch of missionaries. I see two treasure resources up here to the north. How much for a settler? Population of 5 or more. Well, let's get started by building a fishing quay that's worth 4 culture plus a granary. Then I will also produce a temple right here. Then I'll buy a settler to get up onto this. 2 copies of spices is very useful. I'm going to disperse this because somebody else was befriending it. Now we get the +2 culture on marine terrain and settlements following my religion. So all we have to do is convert our cities and we get a huge boost. We'll take another cultural attribute point. We can get +1 culture in each city for each resource assigned to them. This is nice. It means every single resource slot that we have, we get more culture. Now, do we want to go for theology here to gain our additional belief? I think we will, because evangelism is going to be really useful for us. The +1 movement on missionaries, as well as the +1 spread charge, is going to be really useful. Haboob Bust Storm. Oh my god, I don't remember that dance song. Hilo over here has grown. I would like to build a temple. I'm going to build a temple right there with a stone cutter. Yeah, I know that there's a competing religion in here, okay? I'm busy. All right, let's take the whales out of any of our towns because they're inefficient in towns. Plug them into our cities. We'll take the fish out of our cities because food resources are more efficient in towns. Perfect. A little bit of micro there, really adding up. And the reason that we're doing this is food in towns gets multiplied by 2 when it's on a growing focus, which we're doing in all of our towns right now. Whereas in our cities, we don't take the production penalty that converts it into gold that you do in towns. So doing it this way, we end up in a really strong position. Kohu has grown, and fishing tiles are our primary goal here. There's theology. We have the evangelism ability. I'm going to drop the science here because it's not as important as culture for me, and we will plug in +1 civilian movement and +1 charge for missionaries, because we're going to start cranking missionaries here soon. All right, keep growing these real... we are going to want our treasure resources, espionage status. We've revealed his commanders. You see one over here. Interesting. We get to choose a belief. We're going to choose an enhancer belief. I'm going to go with production towards training missionaries for every relic. So that means every time we get a relic now, we are going to get a production boost towards missionaries. Now we're going to go for Reformation so that we can get religious orders. We don't necessarily care as much about rationalism, but religious orders will massively multiply our capabilities, letting us trigger celebrations whenever we want, letting us just rip through the culture tree. You name it, we can do it. Okay, we've unlocked Siam with 4 temples. And Bactria has grown. There's some really nice food production and happiness tiles here that I'm going to grab. We've also got Kahului. Let's grab that sugar. That's more treasure resources. We're about to unlock shipbuilding, which is one of the prerequisites. And we're going to take the 40% production towards civilian and support units so we can crank out insane numbers of missionaries. I do want science and happiness buildings because it is actually a pretty good amount of science coming from our things. And we're going to start making just a couple of kahunas in these places. I'm also going to buy 1 or 2 so that we can get these converted. Let's take the culture. That's amazing. Let's get the brickyard and the saw pit. Kahuli is growing. So who is this? This is the Shawnee. I talked to Catherine. I'll ask her for open borders. Wailuku has grown. Let's grow to the fishing tiles again. Just so much culture cranking. That will finish Reformation for us. We want the 15% culture and happiness. So I'm going to drop the science on happiness buildings again. This is going to mean that we're going to be constantly celebrating with a huge production boost towards our civilian and support units. And we're going to have infinite happiness and infinite culture once we start spreading our religion, which we will be doing. Speaking of spreading our religion, boom, Ko has been converted. And we're going to start converting some of the locations in our capital. Now we do get gold every time we convert, and more importantly, now we get 4 culture per water tile being worked by a city. So our culture ability is going to go absolutely insane. All right, let's make our way up towards society. Oh, these settled Hastings. Well, that's going to be something that we want to conquer, which is going to bring us into conflict with Benjamin Franklin eventually. I thought I had sent a settler out there, but I guess he just didn't make it in time. All right, let's convert Hilo. Now we're up to 419 culture. Boom. We're up to 436. Start converting our capital. Calakmul needs a conversion. As we'll see, this city convert as well, which will massively boost its culture and happiness. We will want to get our temples everywhere, but we should see every 15 turns, like clockwork, we should see ourselves just chain celebrating forever now. All right, there's shipbuilding. We have access to the shipyard as well as the character 2. Naval units can cross deep ocean, and all units ignored movement penalties from deep ocean, which is fantastic. So I'm going to convert you to a city, and we'll get to work on your stone cutter. Grab those whales. That's a production boost. We could get shipbuilding 2. I don't think we necessarily need that. It would be a nice culture boost. I think what I want is guild halls for the influence and dungeons for the influence. I'm going to need some influence here because there are some city-states kind of hanging around ready to be scooped up. Kou built another missionary, so let's convert you. And then let's embark our missionaries on their divine journeys. So I'm going to go ahead and build myself a shipyard. Would be a +3 shipyard right here if I built the observatory first. So I'll put the observatory right here. That's the +2 observatory, +3 shipyard. And then we can put a wharf on top of that as well, which is quite nice. All right, this city-state got cleared, so I think I did get a refund. Let's go for this economic city-state. I would like it. We do need to keep our relationship negative with this guy so that we can do a war with him. Need to kill Lumajang. It's going to take forever to raise it, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, a bunch of kahunas have finished. We can start spreading our religion and make sure that our cities are converted because it's going to be worth a lot of culture. Kusa needs to be converted. Let's get it. My capital now exists just to bombard my entire continent with religious units. I kind of want to just see what happens if we do that. I'm also kind of interested in converting this because I should get a relic for it before we destroy it. Oh, that's really interesting. There's an economic city-state right here that we could potentially befriend. I would like that. All right, this city got converted. Let's unconvert it. Like, you think I'm kidding when I said my city just exists to print missionaries? That's literally all we're going to be doing for a while because I want to see... I've heard some things that, like, you can convert an entire continent and you get like special events. So I want to try and convert the entire world to my religion to see what happens. Because in the back end, I'll still be developing my infrastructure. But I'm hoping to get a cultural golden age and an economic golden age. Other ones, I'm not worried about. I'm not I don't need them. Okay, there's society. We can get culture and happiness adjacency. We don't necessarily care about that. And +6 happiness per turn in cities is quite good, although I don't need it. I would rather get the diplomatic influence there. And I want to research society too, so I can get the House of Wisdom. The Science from Great Works is really good. The settlement limit is nice, so let's go for that. We may want to consider buying some tier 2 boats to send to the south. I'll buy a tier 2 boat to set. Oh, it's inside the fleet commander. Got it. Okay, Waialuku. I want to get your stonecutter, but first we should build... There's a shipyard in here. This is a +1. This is a +1. I think the best we can do is a +1, so I'll put it right there. But it is worth a lot of production, so we'll get that up and running. And now we want to... Well, we want to keep growing to our growth tiles, because those are, like, disgustingly good as Hawaii. We get so much culture from them. I think you have a temple in here. Can I quickly purchase a kahuna? I can. And then we can convert maybe these cities and get relics out of them. Dude, this is awesome. This is kind of fun, actually. Civ 7 is a really fun game. I gotta say that. Like, here's the thing. I've complained about the game a lot. And I'm a little bit frustrated, actually. A lot of people have been calling me like a rage bait channel, or like I've been going down like a vortex or a rabbit hole of being like it's like, dude, I made 2 rant videos out of my last 25 videos. And it's like, people just say shit. And it's always insane, bro. It's actually insane how somebody can say something so disconnected from reality. Like, I remember there was a topic on Reddit, right, where I posted that recent rant video, and some dude was like, oh yeah, Potato, he's gone down the controversy, clickbait, rage bait rabbit hole. And it's like, in only 2 of my 25 recent videos did I even yell. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't know, like, all the rest of them have just been like, hey, we're playing Civ 7. What's up? Hey, check out Old World. That's a fun game. Like, if they want to see rage bait, they like, god damn. Like, it's crazy. I don't know. It's like, and here's the thing. I don't even know what to tell them, because when I posted a picture of the videos of my channel, like, here's a list of all the videos I've made. 2 out of the 25 have been rant videos. I got downvoted. People were like, brr, your facts don't align with my biases. And I'm like, dude, you just did the thing. You did the thing that I talked about in that rant video, where people don't like what you said because it doesn't align with their worldview, and so therefore it's bad. And I'm like, I cannot believe it. Anyway, it's not that deep, okay? It's not that big of a deal. Dude, I just play video games, and every now and again, I make a rant video. Okay? Every now and again. Does that make me a criminal? If it does, lock me up. Okay? Me and Jesus. That's who I'm comparing myself to. Let's convert Ostia. Oh, yeah. So the good thing is, every time we convert a city now as well, we're going to get ourselves 4 gold per turn. And then we can use that gold per turn to build up our economy. There we go. Tier 2 military, what do you call it? Milestones? Dude, sometimes I forget that there's a lot of new terminology in Civilization 7, and all of it needs to be explained. I genuinely think that, like, from a learning point of view, Civilization 7 is probably the most complex Civilization game. Just from, like, getting in on the ground floor and figuring out everything. So there's the House of Wisdom. We would love to build that. Settlement limit, relic, sabotage morale, that's good. So I would love to build the House of Wisdom. It's an 8-turn build in the capital. Where do we want to put it? That's the real question. I don't want to put it there. I don't mind putting it right here. Here is kind of an interesting idea, because it would scale pretty nicely with the Serpent Mount, creating 2+2 tiles, and then even boosting this +2 coastal tile. So I like it right there. I think that's a nice one. And I'm going to cancel some of these missionaries and probably just queue them up afterwards, right? Let's take that culture. I'm going to do these cultural civic or the civic masteries, because they provide, we need to wait for our relationship to dip lower, because they provide, when I research a civic mastery as Ada Lovelace, I get +2 culture or +2 science per turn in my cities, which is really strong. And that's what it's one of those things that I'm kind of playing around, maybe just even just a little bit. It's interesting that you can't convert a city that's being burnt down by a city-state. That's really interesting. Let's befriend Arles. It's economic independent, and then we'll convert a Yang. We'll get a relic for that, which is awesome. I'll buy a settler for this island to the south. I think it would be good if we got just more land. Land is so powerful in Civilization 7. It's like, it's kind of a return to form. Like, Civ 5 was definitely an outlier when it comes to playing tall. I don't think playing tall is very viable in any Civ game except for Civ 5. Maybe, like, each game has tried a different way to restrict the player's expansion. And I don't know if they've pulled it off very well, in the sense that I don't know if there's an individual game that did it best. But I definitely, you know, I've come around to kind of appreciating that each Civ game is its own game, and you just take it for what it is. And yeah, you can wish like, oh, they should have just made Civ 5.2. But you know what? You know what I would love though? I would love if the developers, like if Firaxis would go back and do like some maintenance patches, make them sort of like beta patches that would fix stuff for people, or, you know, like imagine being able to introduce, you know, windowed mode stability, or, you know, I would love to see some remasters as well. Do we want to change any of these policies? No, I think we're happy with these policies. I mean, rationalism wouldn't be bad, but it would be replacing just so much culture potential, so we don't want to do it. Tarsus has grown, and again, we just need to keep growing to these things. Oh, Tarsus has been converted away, so let's scuttle over there to resubmit. No! Oh, somebody built the House of Wisdom. Damn. Yeah, somebody in here has like an insane culture game. Or just the fact that I stopped off to get my my unique civics slowed us down significantly. Guilds too would give us gold and gold buildings and production on clay pits and mines. That's going to give us a really, really strong boost to our economy. We're going to go for this mastery too. Our science is starting to pick up with our culture. Tarsus, I'm just going to leave you the way that you are. You're well developed. You're fine. I don't need to change anything about you. Okay, looks like they recaptured Jambi, which should mean that I can convert it and get a relic. I have so many relics. That's crazy. I would have liked the +2 science on relics. Let's go ahead and declare war on Pachacuti. I will deposit an archer next to the city, and I will use my commander's focus fire ability. Oh, I did not mean to vacuum up units. Spew them out, please. Slurp up those units. Okay, we don't need to convert cities that we've put the crab people in already. All right, deposit that ship here. Can you grab this? What does it do? Ooh, I could get a galleon. Or 80 influence. 80 influence would be nice. I could support more city-states if I find them. Nobody supported Kilwa. I might try to support Kilwa. I've got a missionary over here in Kamagui. I'm just trying to get the conversions going. Yeah, don't get caught up in enemy territory if you can avoid it. So there's mana. We can get culture buildings. That's cool. Somebody built the Brindiswar Temple. We can grow the town of Calakmul. We've grown to all the fishing tiles. So now I think production tiles become more valuable. Let's research the economic civic. That's going to allow us to start trading. Really great stuff there. Hilo, I don't know what you were building, but I think it was like a temple or something. I do think the shipyard is a fantastic option here. There's a +1 shipyard right here. So I'll take the +1 shipyard, and then I will grow the city towards the pearls. We are suffering war weariness, but that doesn't bother me. Calakmul, I wouldn't mind getting the grist mill and the temple in here. All right, let's shoot the heck out of the city and then capture it. That will finish our thing here, but we're going to raise it. It'll take 8 turns, and then we'll be able to settle a new one. I'm going to move you over here and turn you into a tier 2 boat. I need my Carracks to kill this archer, being annoying, and I'll send my settler down. There's got to be some locations we can choose to put a viable settlement on. Let me quickly use my gold to get another Carrack to clear this island. We're just going to need to clear the island. You assemble some archers, not the settler. I do like that you can kind of like follow the river to convert things. I wish that there was a more like, I kind of like, as much as I didn't like the religion lens, I kind of miss it because there was some use to it. When you selected a missionary unit, you could tell which cities needed to be converted. I would love to see something like that return because it was actually incredibly convenient. Now that I'm playing like the new game, there's so many little things about the old game that I miss. And I think it's a case of the developers trying to make everyone happy. That's kind of like the vibe that I get, that they want to make everyone happy. And some people didn't like the lenses, so we'll keep the lenses out. But actually, like, the lenses serve a very important purpose. And I miss them now. Yeah, I found them annoying, but rather than remove the lens, right? That's kind of a baby with the bathwater situation. I would rather see them improve the lenses, right? Maybe make them tweakable, make them less in your face. Okay, I don't know why she declared war on me. Like, I don't have any cities or anything nearby. Okay, gold buildings, production on clay pits and mines is great. Having 10 specialists will get me a scientific attribute point. I'm going to take that. I love attribute points. Attribute points are some of my favorite things to get in the game. We're going to take the growth and the culture. Again, we're just trying to pump an insane amount of culture through the veins of my empire. Now, oh yeah, there we go. More culture. Beautiful. Kahalui wants those whales. Whales are very valuable. Science and science buildings, castles. We're going to research castles to get the dungeon. The dungeon will give us influence per turn when we build it. Back could build the guild hall plus the kiln. I would quite like a guild hall. is a +7 guild hall right here, so we'll take it. I wish that religious units that touched each other would annihilate each other, like if it's an opposing person's religion. And I wish that when I hovered over the kahuna, it would tell me like what production bonuses I have towards it. I just feel like the game, there's a lot happening behind the scenes in the game that I want to try to understand and know about, and the game just doesn't tell me, which I find frustrating as a player. But you know, I can understand. I could maybe hear an argument as to why they didn't put certain things in. So we lost religious presence here. That's weird, because I'm burning that city down. Okay, one shot here to kill that scout, picking up some experience, bring down... Oh, that's a treasure fleet. Nice. Now, I'm going to wait for crossbow tech before I embark my 2 armies to encroach upon... Whose land is this? This is Pachacuti. Yeah, I think Pachacuti is my target. I'm going to try and take him out. All right, treasure fleet. We're converting Madrid. We've converted Sparta. Kind of trying to follow these roads towards the different cities. It's kind of hard to see the roads, but I think I'm following them pretty well. Cordoba needs to be converted on the rural side of things. Oh, this is Catherine's land. I don't want to get too close to her. Oh, I missed a tile improvement. I really wish they lit up. If your boat, like the closer your boat was, just add a very light blue or like a stronger blue aura to the tile. I think the game's visual design could use just a little bit of a few passes of clarity building. So here's back. I suppose production is king, right? That's what we need. So I think going authority, diplomatic service into social class, like we could go for the Notre Dame. That would be a ridiculous amount of culture, especially because we're going to be basically permanently celebrating. So we've got a +2 shipyard here. There's a +2 shipyard right here too. Give me that. And then I want you to make me kahunas forever. Let's get all of our production buildings in these cities, and then we go kahuna heavy. Kahuna heavy. All right, treasure fleet, get out of there. I'm going to move my fleet commander to the right so we can get experience here. You got a promotion. Let's get zeal. You got a promotion. I think we might go down the maneuver tree here on this commander. Extra movement, extra sight. Okay, they're still trying to convert Tarsus. I think it would be less annoying if missionaries annihilated on contact with each other than like trying to chase someone else's missionary around to figure out which tiles that they're like, which tile did he go to convert, you know? I think that would be less annoying. I could begin befriending Kilwa next turn. I'm just about to have the influence for it. And Alabama can start getting converted too. I'm really just trying to sneak past these guys to do exploration stuff. I'm not looking for a fight. I would like to, yeah, we are befriending Arles, so that's nice. Okay, Chichen Itza, you are going for production and growth. It'd be nice to input like these stone cutters and the sawmills, no grist mill. Maybe now is the time. Let's get the sawmill and the grist mill. I'm going to save our money to start upgrading our towns. Can we kill this Carrack? Yes, we can. We'll move over here, bombard you. Trying to clear out some of these guys as our fleet commander explores. Let's convert Hastings to get ourselves another relic. Madrid is going to be fully converted now. Sending my missionaries around trying to hit up every possible location. I do like the idea of using missionaries as explorer units. There's something quite nice about that, right? Like because that's kind of what missionaries, well, at least in my mind, missionaries would they would go off somewhere. And they would often, they would at least take credit for discoveries like, hey, we found this people and we brought our religion to them. Although probably in a lot of cases, it was more like, hey, these people adopted our religion because of the, advantages that we gave the people who followed our religion and the disadvantages we inflicted on the people who didn't follow our religion. Oh my God, it's almost like ideologies. All right, so authority here, +3 culture and gold for every city state you're suzerain of. We don't care about that. That's like a rounding error with our current output. We're going to keep getting the fishing boats because we love fishing boats. Let's grab diplomatic service. Somebody has already built a Brindiswara temple, but we do like that +1 social policy slot. Back can build a kiln. I don't think we need the kiln. It does give wonder production bonuses, and I believe the Loyacalo will get a bonus from it. Yeah, +2 culture for Loyacalo improvements in settlements with a pavilion. Oh, it's pavilion, not a kiln. So yeah, I think we just go back to spamming kahunas. Kahuna Matata. That's what every time I read Kahuna, I think that boy's got some big kahuna. He's like big Kahuna Matatas. Let's grab ourselves some merchants. There's probably some good trade routes here. We got to figure out who we're going to trade with and who we're going to declare war with. I definitely feel like my good friend J-Riz, let's improve our trade relations with him. Although before I do that, I wanted to befriend Kilwa. Let's upgrade the cog. You're still waiting for the city to burn down. We got a kahuna over here. Let's go ahead and keep converting. We'll head up north in case there's more settlements. Ooh, we found another place to convert. Beautiful. I have my missionary following this other missionary to like unconvert what he converts. Let's deposit a treasure fleet. Got our first economic point. Nice. The treasure fleet objective, I legitimately think it's the hardest one. I've never really been able to get it to work. It takes so long. Oh, damn. We found Thera. Okay, this is a really awesome island. We do have to find the optimal place to settle, though. We don't want to just settle anywhere. This could be a 2-city island, too, actually. Oh, there's the Vatican City. We could befriend those. I love how the Vatican City was the one that burnt down. I love how Vatican City, it's an independent people. The Vatican City. Love it. Never change, Civ. Just never, ever change. I don't know what the red symbols mean. You know what I mean? Like, what does the red mean? I feel like hovering over it should tell me, but it doesn't. And that's just like the way Civ 7 works, man. There's a lot of information on the screen, and not a lot of it is very clear or understandable or parsable. I miss buildings being colored by their yield. Okay, we got dungeons, medieval walls, crossbowmen. Production on quarries would be pretty good. We've got the armorer, education. I want that production on quarries. Now, coming into Wailuku, I definitely need my stonecutter for production, as well as my dungeon. So there's a 6th production dungeon. We'll get it right there. The stonecutter, put it right here. It's fine. Well, no, we'll come back to that. Low happiness, and yeah, well, we're burning that city to the ground. Of course, there's low happiness. Now, people aren't going to be partying in the streets as we burn, unless they're like disciples of corn. You know what I mean? All right, 6. So yeah, I think J-Riz is our brohan. Do I really have to walk all the way over here to well, I guess I could walk to the edge of the city's limits. But yeah, we're going to be focusing pretty hard on trading with J-Riz. All right, none of my cities have been converted. I'm looking around for any potential deconversions the enemy has done. Madrid is 1. Cordoba has been deconverted. I figure the more I invest, the more insanely I invest into... Oh yeah, I think we want to clear Stockholm. I know Confucius is befriending them, but they're blocking my settlement locations. So leadership plus warships, that's what we like to see. You're going to be a garrison naval commander. Okay, I have a better idea of this island. Shoot, my settler might get killed here, but I think this is a 2-city island, so we should get ourselves a second settler here. Or 2-settlement island, rather. Not 2 cities. Cities is the old term. We don't use that term anymore. Oh, sick. I get to convert this first and get a relic out of it? Amazing. How many relics do I have? I have a disgusting amount of relics. I need to start buying temples in my towns. Sure, there's a temple right there. Culture from alliances, social policy slot. I mean, the social policy slot is nice. There's castles, production on quarries, better defense, 250 gold from Arles. I wouldn't mind making friends with the Vatican City. Mastery of shipbuilding is nice. We don't necessarily need it. It would not be bad to go for, the +1 production on production buildings from metal casting is kind of an interesting idea, but I'll go for education. I think that's fine. I need to double check my calendar in case I have Dungeons and Dragons tonight. Oh, no D&D tonight. That means we're playing Civ, baby. Yeah, I want social class. I want the settlement limit. So my settler here got poked. Fleet commander, come on down and blast this guy. Blast this guy, and then blast him again so we can get the experience. Not quite dead. We could choose a celebration. I think the civilian unit product, we have so much culture, we just want to get the civilian unit production. Science from happiness buildings is really quite nice, and rationalism is really quite nice as well. So we're going to see a big buff to our total like intellectual yields, and then we can just start kahooning. Ooh, I'm gonna kahuna, baby. I kahoon it all over the... Oh, that sounds actually kind of messed up. I would love to get the dungeon and guild hall, but we got a kahuna. Hey, I'm kahooning here. All right, heavy archers is 110 gold to upgrade. I really do wish there was an upgrade all units button for military commanders. It's just like small little things like that I think would actually go a really long way. Or like just keeping the army commander interface open when I click the button, you know, like just small little things that would go a long way to just making Civ 7 feel more finished. I think like the game is clearly mostly done, in my opinion, but there's just all these like little edges of frustration that leave you, I don't even know how to describe it, just leave a sense of ennui. And no, I don't mean the console. Okay, we're sending out missionary after missionary after missionary. We're spamming them out to see if anything happens when we convert an entire continent, because we love the big kahunas. I don't know why saying big kahunas is so fun. It's just one of those phrases, you know? Like, it doesn't actually have a meaning to me, but it's fun to say. Like, what is a kahuna? I don't know, but I know some people use it to mean balls. Oh, wow. What? I don't even know what's going on here on this screen. What the heck? I'll take the influence. Influence is a little harder to get right now. I do not know where this treasure fleet came from. I think it went through the I think it went through the Bermuda Triangle. Okay, so Parsa is finished growing, so we don't need to be a growing town anymore in here. We can switch it. Like a hub town is great. We could even buy merchants in here to connect it up better. I think it would be good to get the grist mill and the sawmill. I think I'll get them down here. It's not the priority at the moment. Oh yeah, keep growing. Get that amazing culture per turn. Okay, you're ready to embark. You're not quite ready to embark. You need another upgrade. One more turn until that city's raised. I'm gonna blast Jambi just for fun. All right, we've converted another crab people are real, has been established here. All right, hopefully this kills him. It did. So I'm thinking like a city here or here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's not really big enough for 2 cities, but it's not small enough for 1 city. And that's kind of the problem. It's fine. We'll make it work. We always make it work. I'm gonna move this settler to the top. I wish I could just click drag the settler to the top. I miss the old Civ 6 city queue. I feel like Civ 7 is so many steps forward in so many different areas, but it's also so many steps backward in so many other areas that like, man, it's such an awesome game, but I wish, you know, when you play the game like nearly every day and you run up into these issues, I'm sorry, they do kind of grate on you a little bit. But you know, I think the developers are going to do it. I think they know what, like they know better what people want now, right? Okay, so Co wants to get its dungeon for the production. So I'll put it right there. That's perfect. And then we'll come back to building these. Yes. Okay, finally I can settle this city. So now we have a canal city through this gap. We can grow you. And I'm going to inject a bunch of money into you to get you developing along nicely. But we also want those treasure resources. Like that's actually pretty important. Take the fish out of the city. Put the whales in, whales into cities. Take the gypsum out of the capital. I don't think that makes sense. Fish in the smaller, elephants out. I don't think that makes sense. I don't think it makes sense to put production into my towns. Anything but production should go in there. He said but production. All right, we're converting Yaso Darapura. Honestly, we're just doing a lot of conversion work. We have the best missionaries in the world. Let's befriend the Vatican City. Do I want to settle right? Yeah, I think I'll settle right here. It's fine. It's fine. Let's grab the whales, grab the foxes. I do want another settler. I'm making another settler. Okay, that's good. Right, Kahalui has grown. You're not a treasure resource. 100% production towards missionaries and temples, though, is sick. If I put that in my capital, we will crank out missionaries even faster. I would like the dungeon. I'll put it near the observatory. And again, I have to like slowly click my way up this list. Like, I think this is like one of the big things with Civilization 7 is just how many actions. They've done a lot to make the game nicer to play in a lot of different ways. But then in other areas, they've made the game worse. And I think it's just like, man, I'm really hopeful though that they will see all these like little edges of frustration and problems and that they will get prioritized for changes. That is a big hope of mine. Start to getting some archers set up over here in the Vatican City. I don't know why my missionaries have so much movement now. It's insane. They got 8 movement on the water. That's crazy. My crab people are moving out for the battle of crab life. Oh, it's crab people moving out for the battle of our lives. You know what, man? If I had a little bit of practice, I think I could be a cheesy metal band singer, okay? I'm like an untrained, unrefined Irish Jack Black. I think I could do it. You know what? It would just take many years of training and hard work. But I think I got what it takes. I just don't wanna. All right, that's the thing. We're all fooling ourselves that we could do something crazy. Like, I'm gonna be the girl, I'm gonna do awesome. And it's like, nah, I'm gonna eat Cheetos and watch TV. Yeah, baby. All right, education +5 yields, +1 specialist limit in all cities. That's awesome. Ooh, science on temples or happiness on science buildings. I'm gonna go with science on temples. I like that. I probably should get more temples, but they're kind of expensive. I'm busy, don't you know? Oh yeah, keep growing to these beautiful. You're not following my religion. You should be. Well, we'll get you a kahuna as soon as we can. Kahuna Matata, what a wonderful muchacho. Kahuna muchacho. Okay, do we want to get architecture? I don't think we care too much. Yeah, we'll do it. Ooh, I do like the 15% growth rate in the hospital. Now that's nice. And the golden quarters is quite good. The specialist limit isn't that important to me, but there's a few kind of interesting things down there that we could play around with. Shida-boom, bada-boom. Oh my goodness, there's the bad men. Allow me to deposit more archers, more crossy bows. Right, sick. Converted another city. I kind of, like, I wish there was a, like, when you hover over gold treasury, it just doesn't say anything. Like, why doesn't it tell me how much of this I'm making? Oh, we got 41% of the world following my religion. Well, now we're getting somewhere, you know? Okay. Let's trade with Alabama. Sweet trade, Alabama. Camel in the capital. Ooh, no, actually. Camel in Hilo. Take the gypsum out. Drop a fat camel in there. Then we can go triple gypsum. Oh, now we're optimizing with portals. All right, Karak, headed to Hilo to heal up. Get yourself a little heal. Shoot this guy. Is he dead? No, he's not dead. We get another experience point. What the heck is this, Confucius? Why you got like 10 cogs on my border? I know it's like 3. Yeah, I just don't have enough money. I never have enough money. All right, Hagmatana has been converted. The ability for people to be able to rebuild their religion so easily is not my favorite vibe. All right, let's convert Rouen. Chalkis has been converted. We got a Kahuna here. Let's search for more cities to convert. I see something up over here. What have we got? Athenai? Okay, we can convert that. Yeah, missionary whack-a-mole. All right, there's social class. +1 settlement limit is nice. What do you got in here? You got to keep growing those fish tiles, my dude. We need to get you a grist mill. Or should I say a grift mill? What was the city? Kapa? Yeah, we want to build that temple in here, and then we'll convert you to a city. That'll be good. Social class 2, let's go. It'll get us bourgeois and yeomanry. But more importantly, we're interested in Notre Dame. Damn, dude, knights are just so crazy. Why would you ever build anything other than cavalry? Assemble the fleets. All right, what do we got? None of my cities have been deconverted, but some of these cities over here have, so we got to send missionaries out there. Boom. Get converted, Cusco. Or should I say, Couscous. All right, we're converting all sorts of cities all across the world. I want you to come home and get upgraded, Mr. Boat. I got a Kahuna in Cahokia. Boom. Like, I would love a good map. A map mode that really showed my religion, you know? As much as I complained about the religion map mode in Civilization 6, I miss it, man. I miss it, okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Sid. I talked shit about Civ 6 for many years, and I'm sorry. That was wrong of me. Can we improve our trade relations? Okay, so if we trade with Cahokia, we'll get a bunch of new resources, which is cool. Mostly the jade is an interesting resource if we wanted to get a lot of gold. Judaism has been founded. That's an interesting time of the era to found a religion. 250 gold from Kilwa, thank you very much. Take that J-Riz bonus. Oh, okay, Wailuku needs a stone cutter. Okay, I'll put a stone cutter right there. You'll slowly build it. Bactria needs a few repairs, otherwise it's good to go. Parsa needs some repairs. Gotta get like ancient bridges repaired. We'll build a new sawmill here so we don't have to repair that bridge. All right, let's vacuum you up. You're gonna fortify to create the fortifications. You're gonna squeeze out a new crossbowman while we shoot this guy. Take the production to the capital, and then we'll move you up a tile to protect this guy as well. Press H on you to heal. My god, I'm just constantly fighting religious battles across the world. Every single turn we convert a number of cities equal to your mom's face. Get destroyed, loser. All right, converting Athenai, Cahokia. Oh my god, more converting. Convert! Follow my religion, damn it! What are you up to? We're up to 51%. Not bad. Not bad at all. So many boats, Confucius. You need to calm down, Confucius, okay? I need to war support this because it's bad. Can you just peace me? I don't even know what Russia wants from me. Like, we're not even neighbors. They're miles away from me. There's nothing they can do to hurt me. Oh, he founded a religion in Madrid. Of course he did. That's just what he would do, you know? Really just trying to mess up my game here. Oh, treasure fleet. Nice. That was our second point, 54% way through the age, where we beelined treasure fleets. Who is this? J-Riz? Okay, he's roaming around out there. The specter of J-Riz is haunting us. I'm going to grab siege and naval unit. Combat bonuses here. We definitely want to grow to that sugar tile. We could get the company post or just gold buildings. Plus 5% gold for every city-state you're citizen of is objectively insane. We're now able to be the Shawnee. Hell yeah. Let's convert you to a city now that you're getting yourself online. We definitely want the shipyard. What's this? A +1? Any better? Shipyards available? There would be a +2 shipyard if we built there. Okay, what have we got in terms of dungeons? We got a +2 dungeon right here, so we'll get that. And we'll slowly let you build yourself up. Oh yeah, get that kill. I want you to get inside this army commander. I'm going to deposit you out 2 troops to shoot here. Then you're going to get inside this army commander. I'm going to deposit out you. Well, I don't want to deposit you on the river because the river is where you could get hurt. Hastings has been deconverted. I keep reading this as Timothy's house. Timothy Chalamet's house. Oh, welcome to Timothy's house. Renowned city of wonders. We gotta be close to converting this whole continent. Like, almost everything follows our religion. There's barely any other religion in here. Barely. This is very reminiscent of like Civ 6 religious victory, but like worse, dude. But this is definitely going into the I'm working on a Civ 7 after 500 hours or whatever video. In that, I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be pinpointing everything that I think is wrong with the game that needs to be addressed. Because I actually think there's a lot right with the game. Okay, you want to get Notre Dame? We don't have very good locations. I mean, this is a fine location, but it only buffs... It would only buff ageless buildings. If I built it here, we couldn't... Yeah, we'll put it there. The +3 culture from specialists could be really good. We do want to build up a specialer vortex tile if we can. We need a lot of yields. We would also like to get like a couple of scientific points. So I'm going to grab levies here. Forbidden City. We don't necessarily want the Forbidden City. There's some interesting things you can do with it though. Kou. What do we want to do in Kou? There's a lot we could do, but really it just comes down to more kahunas. Oh yeah. Did I do it? Did I convert them all? Is it the moment? I mean, I don't see any other Cusco, of course. Whack-a-mole, it's time to run around and play whack-a-mole. There's just an endless tide of missionaries flowing out from my empire, and I don't know if it's a good move. Probably isn't. Oh, treasure fleet got teleported again. Whoops. Whoopsies, I did a little upsie. I'm sorry if you're upsetties about my spaghetti. All right, so there's architecture. Menagerie gives happiness on camps and pastures. Builds base happiness. Got the pavilion, which gives happiness on quarters. If we build our pavilions, we could go massively over our settlement limit. Well, let's go to urban planning. And we're going to go ahead and grab bureaucracy too, so we can head towards sovereignty. Bish bash bosh. All right, Bactria, let's get you a stone cutter. Let's get you a temple right here. Oh, we could get a sawmill and a grist mill as well. Okay, we'll need to save up some money there. Oh, well, let me deposit an archer here on fortified terrain. You fortify too. Let me siphon up this unit. Deposit you out to retreat to here to heal safely is the hope. We brought up a couple of military ships that we can make use of, and then we'll move you up. Follow the roads, cause the roads will take you to Rome. Oh yeah, another cultural legacy point. So I need 3 more temples to store 3 more relics. I have an absurd amount of relics. Look at that list, dude. That's so crazy. We have so many relics. Bayou needs to be converted. God, there's so many cities to convert. There's just, it's not that there's so many to convert. It's just that there's so many. Treasure fleet, come on home. One day we're going to get an economic legacy heritage point, milestone, or whatever they're called. One day it will happen for us. All right, let's settle this city right here. La Hyena, 3 settlements on Tundra. That unlocks Russia. Let's grow to this, and then we will come in here. We will buy ourselves a fishing quay and a granary and a brickyard and a saw pit, and then that'll get this place off to a good start. I do think I'll take the cotton out of here. I want the percentage gold. Kappa City could take a couple of whales here. For some reason, it won't let me reassign them. Okay, that's not connected to my network. That's fine. You are connected to my network, though, as are you. 125 culture here. Waluku. I'm probably not going to build any more buildings. Ooh, the Forbidden City, though, is kind of exciting. That's not what I want to do. I mean, it is cool. We could build it. It is really cool. If I put it right here, we would severely boost this. Let's go for it. I think that's fun. I think building wonders is fun. I know that might be a brave stance to take as a Civ player. I think really people like me were very underrepresented. You know, wonder enjoyers. You know, we're scarce out there, man. You know, there's not that many of us. People who enjoy building wonders. Just like we're a dying breed. Okay, sick. We got a treasure fleet here. Nice. Let's move that way. Kahuna. I'm just like firing. I'm just firing off missionaries in random directions at this point, and hoping that they end up somewhere useful when they reactivate. Oh god, that unit tag is just in the way. Okay, so I do need to convert the rural part of this city. Dude, playing Missionary Whack-A-Mole wasn't on my 2025 bingo. I thought we'd move past this as a concept. I thought we as a society had moved past Missionary Bingo. You know? Missionary Bingo? Did I say Missionary Bingo? Dude, I need bingo. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Missionary Bingo? Missionary Whack-A-Mole? What am I even saying anymore? Who am I? Sorry. I thought of a scary thought. Okay, so there's Notre Dame. I've never actually watched this Wonder movie. I gotta say, man, the graphics are just so beautiful. I feel like I could like just load up like a World of Warcraft character and run around here and like, help the deacon kill some local rats. You know, like, it's just gorgeous. It almost feels like a shame that this is only used for Civilization 7. Like, this could be like, imagine being like a little RPG town person running around down here. You know, you got to place, you know, a whoopee cushion on this bench. Some dude sits on it and he's embarrassed. He loses -10 social credit. Ooh, Borobudur. That's a really good one. Nobody has built it yet. Love it. Shall we build it? +2 food and happiness and quarters. That would actually combine really nicely with this. Now, Borobudur does have to be placed adjacent to coast, which is not ideal because this is a good location, but we could plop it right here and it'll be nice. 6 turns is not bad at all. You have grown, good sir. Let's get you some production. So sovereignty is good. Production towards infantry and ranged units, very nice. Happiness and food towards maintaining specialists isn't terrible. I don't think we necessarily need it. Science on science adjacencies. Production towards 10% production towards wonders is good, and the +2 culture from great works adds up. Like, we're up to 700 culture per turn. We're definitely top culture, which is a very interesting position to be in. More kahunas are hitting the waves. How did you manage to convert this? It was only a turn ago that I converted it. Okay, I don't see anyone else's religion. No, a little bit of enemy religion here, none there. We're so close to converting. 54%. I was expecting more. Considering how hard I've pushed, like, I have made, I need graphs, dude, of how crazy. Like, I would love to see how many missionaries did you produce? How many people did you convert? Okay. Does she want peace? She does not want peace, almost certainly because her war support's too high, so we need to bring it down. I'm going to send this army commander back to Bach to act as a garrison lord, and then we'll use a concentrated firepower on this crossbowman to try and kill him. Ooh, missionaries can step on these things. Ah, beautiful. All right, we found more cities up here, just constantly finding more and more and more cities to convert. 57%, we're getting somewhere. Damn it, treasure fleet, this is not where you were meant to come out. Oh no, my game bugged and it won't let me end my turn. Oh yeah, we can't end our turn. Hold on, let me try the old save and reload trick. So he wants to give me a city. I'm gonna reject that deal. I'm like, no way, dude, I don't want that city. I will build on the marble. +1 gold from gold buildings would be really, really good. Company posts are pretty sick too. It's 6 gold, +1 production, +1 food on distant lands. I'm going to go for the gold on gold buildings because I think that will give me a reason to build gold buildings in my sort of distant lands settlements. There's only 2 of them in each city, so we should be able to scale up our gold income pretty hard now. And we're continuing to approach using the unit bouncing of military commanders. It's one of my favorite mechanics in the entire game. I love it. It's one of the most unique and interesting things about Civilization 7, and we're blasting. Honestly, I was kind of skeptical of the developer's vision for the exploration age, but I'm starting to fall in love with the exploration age. The more I lean into what the game wants you to do, the more I'm kind of like, yeah, man, this is actually kind of fun. Like, yeah, I'm spamming a million missionaries, but like, you know, that just needs like a little bit of refinement. It's not a bad idea. And I think it's got, you know, it's got the beans. Do you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got beans. You know, some things don't have beans, but this has got them. I don't have to explain that aside from using the word beans. Let's convert Kilwa. Cusco, we need to convert as well. I mean, eventually we'll get them all. This treasure fleet here needs to get home. It's going to take it 12 turns. It's a long time. We're going to convert Toledo. We're looking for more cities out here. Step here. All right, perfect. We got to convert you. There's another city down here that we can convert. Just convert as many places as we can as part of the journey of becoming the crab people, a real majority religion. Parlez-vous, buffalo soldier. This is what I hear when I hear this song, and it's weirdly good. I have no idea what the singer is saying, but they're like, hey, parlez-vous? And I'm like, who are they talking about? Yeah, but I don't know what that means. Okay, we got a divine punishment plague. I'm going to say that the plague is a divine punishment. We'll keep growing in Iwa. Confucius was espionaging against me. Confucius! How dare you? I need to build a bazaar and a guild hall. Let's see. So a bazaar, we got a +7 right there. Oh, I don't remember seeing those arrows before. Have those arrows been there that whole time? There were arrows. I saw arrows. Hold on. Where did the arrows go? There was arrows. I swear I saw arrows. And that would help so much. All right, we'll build one trade building here, and then we'll build the guild hall on top. We already have the trade building in here, so we'll get the guild hall in here. We want that gold per turn. +1 happiness and infected settlements to follow your religion. These settlements will gain a migrant when infected. So our goal is to spread our religion like crazy, which has been our goal for a very, very long time. You're going to heal up. Your job is to get back to back. I'll be back. Where's our fleet commander? Yeah, all right, we're going to blast the city. We're doing good on that front. Peppering away. Let's go bring the Carrick back to heal. We got a new Carrick to assist. Chang'an. Got to convert Harry Larry. Harry Larry. Harry Larry sounds like a guy I want to party with. Harry Larry. Oh, Harry Larry. What the hell? No, everybody's building missionaries now. Stop it. That was my thing. Ooh, sick, a free conversion. Yeah, give me another relic. I have so many. I have so many relics. Oh my god, I have so much money too. I wasn't paying attention. And now I have 1,000,000 relics. All right, let's build this ageless building right there. Definitely could use my grist mill. More like a grift mill. Put my, what do you call it right there? Stone cutter. Stone cutter. Stone cutter. I mean, do you really need a stone cutter? Probably definitely use a temple. There's a +7 temple. Yeah, we'll build it right there. That's fine. All right, kahuna makuna. Akuna huna mahuna. Kakusa has been converted. That's not okay. That's criminal, in fact. And Kapa has been converted too. I just wanted to say Kapa. Dude, some of these Hawaiian city names, they're just really fun to say. Kapa. Kapa. Oh, we found a city. Roma. They're following the Pope. We don't take kindly to papists around here. Now, do we, folk? No, sir. All right, sovereignty. Thank you for the settlement limit. Love ya. Love you, but I gotta leave ya. Tarsus. You gotta keep growing with these amazing culture tiles. Yeah, keep on growing. Oh, look at those fish tiles. We got sovereignty too. New update for sovereignty just dropped. Let's go. Production towards civilian and support units. That's ideal. Culture adjacency, happiness adjacency. I mean, there's nothing really here that does it for me. I guess I'll take divine right. It is influence, which is fine. The menagerie would be worth a lot of happiness. I don't think we need it. I think we've been pretty much maxed out on celebrations, like just forever. The pavilion is happiness on quarters. Production towards wonders. +1 science on quarters is pretty damn good. So maybe we will build a university. I mean, I guess that's fine. Kapa is ready to build. Well, it needs a shipyard for sure. And I wanted to put the shipyard over here. So, oh, look at that. +8 right there. Let's go. Now it's a +9. Make sure we get both. Excellent. Loi Kalo. Stone cutter and a temple go nice together. At the very least, a +7 temple and then a stone cutter like right there. I don't know if we want to turn you into a city. I mean, there's probably not a reason not to. Oh my god, this guy's like a level 11 commander now. Is that even necessary? No combat penalties when attacking while embarked, or ignore terrain movement restrictions. Terrain movement restrictions. That's gotta be the one. Deposit me a crossbowman right here, and then you move over. Mass bombard that knight to get rid of him. All right, we're looking around for converted cities. What is Zimbabwe doing, dude? Rowen's been converted. Roma's been converted. Aquileia needs a conversion. That should do it. It should be following crabs, our people. We're up to 63% of the world following our religion. They said he couldn't do it. They said it couldn't be done. And then what did he do? He drove himself insane doing it. So really what they meant was it shouldn't be done. Crabs are people sometimes. Crabs are people, but only on weekends. Crabs are people sometimes. All right, we're converting Kusa. You've been converted. Oh, yes. Song Trang is being converted. Bang Mayala is being converted. So we've got a lot of people converted here. We need to do a little bit in here. This is actually a great spot for a city or two. Harry Larry or Yaya is being converted as well. So there's urban planning, banks, hospitals, Machu Picchu, the specialist limited cities. Wak Nabal has grown. Let's start growing to those production tiles. That's good. Get that horse right there. Production in Bach. Let's see. Oh, well, we definitely want the bank. +1 gold on quarters. Exploration gold building. That's gonna be juicy. So let's do our masteries. We'll go for shipbuilding. No, I'll go for education mastery. I think that's good. Kahuli, you need your dungeon. Keep it up. Grist mill plus your sawmill. Very nice. Make sure we clear out the city. Jambi is mine. Do I want Jambi? You know what? I'll keep Jambi. It's in a nice place. Let's vomit out a couple of units here. Build fortifications. Start moving our boats around. Attack Yaso Darapura. Kahuna, you're waiting for the Vatican City to convert. That will happen next turn. We're 72% of the way through the age. I need to buy another temple. I can't afford it. It's fine. We need to convert a rural tile. A rural tile. Dude, no matter how many missionaries I build, it just never feels like I have enough. It just never do feel like I've got enough. Enough for you, baby. All right, sick. Convert you. Awesome. Beautiful. The city needs, I need to zoom in to convert this one. Having to zoom in to see if the city needs to be converted sometimes, that's one of those actions that's going to grate on me. I need to write that one down. 75%. Let's do it. Oh my God, never make me do this again. Why did I do this to myself? Where's the reward? Oh, we built a Forbidden City. Sick. And we finished Sovereignty. We could build the White Tower. Look at that Forbidden City. We should definitely build medieval walls in here to benefit from that. We should also build the bank, the guild hall, and the hospital. Okay, I'm going to purchase a university in here. Another annoying one is purchasing a building doesn't update the yields at the top of the screen. Like if I come in here, and you see here, right? This wharf, right? Let's say I buy this wharf and it gives me +4 culture. I buy this 772, okay? I buy it and the number does not update until I exit the city screen. And that's just like, it's just a little annoying, right? I would like that number, I would like to not have to refresh this to see the impact that's having. 5 points in the Enlightenment Legacy Path for +2 production in all settlements. Oh, that's nice. I will be going for that. Oh, I wish this was church hierarchy. I wish this was production towards temples and missionaries. I also wish there was a building that was, or maybe a thing in here that gave you, like what if phylactery was, you get a relic and missionaries have +1 spread charge, you know? As it stands, none of these are very good because I don't need them. I will take the social policy slot though. Bach could build a hospital. How much growth are we going to get done in the final stint of this age? Probably not a huge amount. I don't need the happiness from the menagerie. I don't need the happiness from the pavilion. The hospital is fantastic because of the growth rate. So I'm going to build the hospital there. It looks like somebody beat me to a wonder and I didn't even notice. Wailuku. All right, where's the bank going? All right, there's a +10 bank right there. Put a little production into Wailuku. Miracle of the Twins, +3 combat strength against wounded units is great. So you can see here, this crossbowman has 40 combat strength against this guy, but this combat has 41 and this one has 43. So +3 combat strength is actually a surprisingly powerful ability. Bombard you. Kill that knight in the river. You go ahead and fortify on that tile while we move up with our other crossbows to support. Kahuna convert the Vatican City. Can't get into a settlement that has walls with your missionaries is kind of annoying to convert it. Oh, the Iguazu Falls. Nice. That's awesome. You know what? Natural wonders are one of the things I love about Civilization. I really hope they continue to celebrate all these really cool things. Even put more of them on the map, you know? I would love to see a slider, like to be able to increase the number of natural wonders on the map. I can't believe nobody took control of Zimbabwe. God, I pretty much converted this entire continent now. Just Cusco again. God, it's always Cusco that's the problem. No matter how many missionaries I make, I'm playing catch up. We are at 71% of the world now follows my religion, which is crazy, by the way. +1 science on a relic. La Hyena, grow to the fish, please. Espionage, accent, I don't care about that. Architecture 2, +1 culture on culture buildings is nice. I'll quickly take mastery of shipbuilding. Hilo here, bank. I would like to build the bank. There's a +9 bank right there. That's awesome. I'm trying to get all my buildings built for the transition. Oh, city got converted to plague. All right, let's do a grist mill right there. That's fine. I'll keep you busy. I will purchase myself a physician to help with Chichen Itza. This poor crossbowman got murked. Got Angela murked. All right. We got ourselves another treasure fleet. Let's get it on the move. 75% of the world is following crab people are real. Interesting. Missionaries can't go into walls when you're at war with someone. Seems to be a game rule. Catherine will reject your peace unless you inflict massive diplomatic penalties upon her. Well, look, I got the diplomatic influence to spend. All right, so there's shipbuilding. We can grow a city. Kapa. Get me that sugar resource. We'll get to work on colonialism. Physician, clean the city up. Repair some of the buildings in here. A lot of stuff got damaged, sadly. That's fine. In the meantime, make me kahuna. Oh, what a wonderful day. We got those big kahunas. Oh, we can plunder a trade route. Nice. All right, we're blasting that city. I don't even know if we should take this. Should we just piece him out? I don't know. It's hard to know what the optimal thing to do is sometimes. I think I'm just going to piece him out for the sake of being able to convert his cities to try to achieve the goal of converting the entire world to my religion. I need to buy a couple of temples. We talked about this, actually. So if I buy a temple in here, right there. Can't believe I pieced the guy out so that I could religiously convert him. God, stop converting your cities. Stop converting. I'm trying to get a religious victory here. A totally legitimate thing. How have I not? I can't believe I've worked so hard on this economic victory condition. I haven't even gotten the first milestone. Wild. So wild. It's literally pretty much all I've worked on since the start of the age. That and the cultural, but like, all right, sick. We actually made the first legacy point there. We're on the verge of the cultural thing. Jesus Christ, Catherine, please piece me out. I don't want to have to try and kill you. I will, but I'm tired of microing units. No, they converted another city. Stop. Why? There just so many. Oh, more cities. 82%. Come on. You gotta give me something. Nothing? No event for converting 82% of the world to my religion? Come on, man. Give me a little credit. This took a lot of micro, and I feel like I wasn't rewarded for the hard work I put into it. You know what I mean? All right, there's colonialism. We have text to colonialism. And we got an event that finished off metallurgy. Awesome. Do we want imperialism? Let's get colonialism too. Electric Boogaloo. Let's get metal casting. Okay. All right, everything is looking good. Cahokia is converted. Persia's empire is Fucking China. Okay, I'm going to buy a temple in here so I can buy some kahunas. Hakuna makahuna, what a huna makuna. All right, let's go check out Timothy's house. I'm going to blast it with some cannons. All right, El Escorial, +1 settlement limit. That's awesome. We'll pop you right there because we're trying to build up a couple of those nice specialist tiles. Holy crap, I forgot to buy our fishing key and stuff in here. Fish in Kiev. So much culture. 800 culture. That's what we call victory. Go back to making kahunas. We need them. I feel like after a certain number of times that I've converted these cities to my religion, whenever people see like missionaries from another person's like empire, they should just beat them up and kick them out. They're like, listen, dude, Ada's gonna come around again if you start preaching, okay? And we're not all down with that. Okay, there's a milestone. Beautiful. Oh, I drove myself insane to get a milestone. 81%. We are so close. We are spitting in the face of a one world religion, which will hopefully prevent all future conflict, right? Please, Catherine, don't make me do this, Catherine. Please piece me out. I hate you, Catherine. Oh, Alabama is my final boss, dude. Listen, whatever you do, don't look at the clock. I may or may not be up late because I can't sleep. And you know what I did? I decided to torture myself by moving missionaries around the map. Oh God, I can't. This one is stuck. He's stuck. Okay, wait, no, he's out. We're good. I don't understand why she doesn't want peace. Please, peace me out. I gotta whisper, dude. I got neighbors and family. Shout out to my downstairs neighbor who puts up with me. No shout out to my upstairs neighbor who I put up with. I guess this is the ASMR section of the video. So I'm gonna start making kahuna. Hakuna Matata. I would be tempted to build the White Tower here. It would take 12 turns. One thing I would really like to be able to check is to see age progress while I'm in a city. Because if I see something that takes 12 turns, then I need to know if there's 12 turns left in the game. It's just like, data is important, guys. Don't hide data from your players. Also, I find it quite frustrating that it says it'll take 12 turns here, but when I actually place it, it only takes 9. Why is that? That's just bad. It needs to be fixed. Oh my god, they're playing the banger song again. The problem with my voice is that it's actually quite rumbly, which means it travels, right? And that's bad. That's bad if you're trying to play video games at night, dude. You don't want a rumbly voice, you want a soft voice. Because if I start talking at 3 a.m, my neighbors are going to start complaining. Okay, I live in an apartment right now. I'm literally on the verge of buying a house. God, buying a house is so awesome. Guys, think about it. I'm going to have property soon. You know what the big advantage of buying a house is? Not having to pay rent. The huge advantage of buying a house is that you get to pay the same rent for many years. That's like the best part. 100%. I'm not going to have to pay rent to anybody. I guess I'm paying rent to the bank, who's ultimately owned by rich people. So I guess I'm kind of paying rent to rich people, but still, at the end of the day, I will own a house. And I'm financially literate enough to not do an equity release scheme with the government in my old age, because that's how you end up leaving nothing to your children. You know what we should do? We should do an equity release scheme with billionaires. It's like, you know what, dude, you've got enough. Why don't you give some of that to the rest of us so that we can afford, end of life care. Oh, conquest of the old world. Oh my god, I can't celebrate because it's fucking nearly 4 a.m. Dude, we get a belief, a cultural attribute point, and a relic. Oh, that's pogging. Holy crap. Okay, what do I use the cultural point on? Maybe +1 culture per age in towns? I'll take the culture from Great Works. It's probably bad. I can get a new belief. There's barely any beliefs left. Damn it. I'm going to go with Sky Gods. I don't know if that was any good. 834. How much do I get now? 939. That's awesome. It's kind of crazy that you have to convert the entire world to get that. That's amazing. Okay, I'm going to put gold into my capital. Now I want to build an armorer. I'm going to put it on this tile right there. So where do we have okay, I got the armorer. Now I want to purchase a pavilion. A 7, a 6. God, the serpent mount is very suspiciously shaped. I'm not going to say more than that. Let's buy that. Where's my menagerie going? Hell yeah. And my kiln? Sure. The city is absolutely ripping ass. Is that a phrase? I don't know what you want to say, dude. We got the fucking belief, though. Oh my god. That's amazing. I wish I could shout from the mountains right now. That's crazy, because it must be convert everything except for holy cities. Because I see here, I have everything converted except for Silak Kofa. If I look, or any of these islands, this isn't converted. So it's actually the continent itself that matters, not the fact that it's in distant lands. And then if I check, what religion is this? It's Protestantism? Holy City Axum. Okay, I guess I'm just wrong and bad. Never mind. I don't know what triggers it. I'm gonna reroll you. There's metal casting, cool. Bactria has grown. I'm still trying to get these cities up to their maximum potential so we can have an explosive modern age. Let's get the culture buildings from architecture. You should keep growing. Dude, we did it. No, stop converting these towns, dude. That's my thing. I'm the Pope. Dude, imagine being the Pope and you could just say to people, listen to me, I'm the Pope. I feel like that's such like a Mog move. Like if like I was talking to the Pope and he was like, you need to listen to me, I'm the Pope, I feel like I'd have no rebuttal. Like that's the end of the conversation. Like dude pulled rank, you know what I mean? I don't think you can oppose that. Okay, we've almost converted everything. There's a couple of cities inside my territory that have been kind of bejazzled, like Chichen Itza here. It needs so much. So many repairs. I only have so much gold. And I bought a kahuna in here to try to convert. I'm buying kahuna mahunas. I'm kahooning my kahunas. Dude, if I turned this into a fishing town, I actually think it would create an explosive amount of food. It's not connected to anything though. That's the problem. Growing town it is. I think that's enough missionaries. We got our special belief. I'm going to give it a rest now because I'm going to lose my mind if I keep building missionaries, dude. What we can do is try to lay down some foundations for the next age or start building army commanders and fleet commanders if we want to go in a militaristic direction. I do think that laying down buildings is a really great way to set yourself up for the next age. Alternatively, trade routes are really good too. I might go for these gold buildings. +7 right there. I mean, it sucks that I would use up a great science tile, but I'm going to use this +7 and I will put a guild hall there too. Oh shoot, you know what? This is the Forbidden City. So we need to get those medieval walls up. God, I wish missionaries were automated instead of having to just like give them orders every turn. I don't even know what to do anymore. I need to stop recruiting missionaries. It's going to drive me insane. Okay, I'm going to get the armorer and the dungeon. Dungeon first because it has influence on it. But I'm going to get both so that we can get a baseline production in here. I'm going to move my fleet commander over to this tile so that more ships are inside his command radius when we do a coordinated land attack. Do a whole bunch of damage all at once, taking these guys out. That will actually get us a promotion as well, which is kind of exciting. He is a logistics commander, so I'll go down this route. I'm going to go for ship's tender and +5 combat strength from order. Okay, food adjacency, happiness in cities, settlement limit. I'm going to research the mastery of imperialism, then we'll start doing future civic to bring this age to an end a little quicker. I'd like to do the science thing, so I'm going to need to pump food into the capital. So I'm going to switch over to doing farming towns in the hope of getting food to my capital. Alright, we spread our religion. God, no, stop. Get out of my cities, dude. Sick, we get to convert some of these cities for the first time, getting us even more relics. Dude, the reliquary belief that I picked is just like overpowered, honestly. I don't know why you would pick anything else after playing this. God, there's so many missionaries. This needs to be automatable. This is absolute giga awful. It's to micro this much stuff. Oh, please. I'm gonna steal Timothy Chalamet's home. Give me that. There's 3 wine resources. We unlocked France. Good God, we have more resources to assign to cities. That's crazy. I do love the little beams of light that come from the sky when you convert a city for the first time. It's kind of cool. Treasure fleet. Yeah. We gotta fill this up. Okay, so +1 culture on culture buildings, receive a relic. Crisis grows stronger. We get a little plague. That's all good. Let's grab that fishing tile. Jambi is ready for work. I think the big thing is we should put a granary right there. Grist mill, sawmill, brickyard, saw pit, fishing key, stone cutter, and then we'll do temple eventually. Bach has finished its construction. I'm just going to get a few physicians, I think, to try and protect against plague. Okay, it's a question of, is it worth it to get these mastery techs, or do we just rush for future tech? And I think now is the time where we rush for future tech. We want to try to end the age as soon as possible. Kind of. I mean, realistically, we wanted to do the economic thing, but that's just not happening. Like, if we wanted more points, we shouldn't rush, but at this point, I don't give a damn. It's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. Oh man. Let's go with plague cults. I like it. Not that I need more culture when I'm cranking out 1,000 culture per turn. We scoop up some boats, good sir, and then just chill out in that city. Oh yeah, I like that, being able to scoop up boats. That feels good. Treasure fleet's making it. I'm just starting to put my missionaries to sleep, like an old pet that I don't want to watch suffer anymore. We've been through a lot together, me and these missionaries, and I don't think I want to. I just don't want to micro them anymore, dude. Well, I should keep fighting for this continent because maybe I can get an extra belief. Fuck. Okay, I'll keep going. I won't surrender. We will fight them on the preaches. We will fight them in the pews. Yada yada yada. So and so on and so forth. There's imperialism. Gain relics. I don't even know if we can build the Erden Zoo. La Hyena, you gotta keep growing, man. It's time to start doing future civic. It is +10 age progress, which is a problem for us. We'll be able to end the age way too quick. I can get a few more medieval walls in, though. Yeah, I mean, come on, Russia. Will you just please piece me out? What if I gave you back your city? Okay, you're not getting any cities off me. It's not happening. It wouldn't even, you're a jerk. You're making me vomit out all my boats. Treasure fleet. So close. We just need a handful of more points. Judaism, you're really starting to piss me off. That's a phrase that could get you in trouble. All right, come on. Really, dude? Annoying thing is, I don't even remember where my temple is for this guy to go stand on it. Okay, religion is secure over here. Cusco, no! He's converting it! We were brothers, Anakin. Erden Zoo was built by J-Riz. Honestly, more power to you, J-Rizzle. J-Riz is my boy. Kapa has grown. We need to get those yields boosted. I'm gonna start turning on some fishing towns here in the hope that these are connected to some cities and we'll start getting benefits in the form of specialists. It's probably too late, honestly. Probably screw the pooch on that one, and that's life. Sometimes you screw the pooch, sometimes the pooch screws you. That's probably not the way that I should have phrased that, but I'm gonna stick with it. Alright, I need you to be a farming town. Please send your food to the capital. Yes, okay, you're sending your food. Tarsus, Also, right before the end of the age, I should buy a bunch of merchants to do my city connections before the price of merchants resets in the next age, because I'm pretty sure it resets at the start of each age. So if you want to connect up your empire, do it now. I don't know if the city connections preserve. That's actually a great question. Person inside my head who nobody else can hear. Okay, Cahokia is converted. We just need to get Cusco. Okay, what are we missing? You're converted. Everything here is converted. It's all converted. I've completely dominated the continent. No! Stop converting my lands! Jesus Christ! We're so close to the religious victory, dude. The hidden religious victory. We're about to hit it. I can feel it. 89% of the world follow my religion. That's crazy. 90%. Alright, milestone, economic legacy point. You better not have converted another city, I swear. I'm gonna go crazy, dude. This is too many missionaries. No, they Sikh majoritied me. Fuck. Judaism is making a resurgence in Cusco, and I don't have more missionaries nearby. Dude, it's ogre. We're never gonna be able to convert the whole world. I don't even know what cards to take anymore. Like I just clicked one at random there. I hope I made the right choice. So you can see here, like, Bactria isn't connected to Bac, but if we make that connection and we switch it to a farming town, its food will get outputted to there. Similarly, Tarsus isn't connected to Bactria, but we don't care about that. We're just going to do a trade route. We can't even bother that. Never mind, we are connecting up our empire. Okay, Bactria. Boom. Parsa. Connected Chichen Itza. Yeah, I'll quickly buy another, apparently I can't. Did I never buy a temple in here? I never bought a temple in here. Let's do that real quick. Yeah, I want you to connect to Chichen Itza. Let's go. And you need to connect to Bac. Awesome. So that means you should now be in range to Fishing Town. And the reason we want Fishing Town is because we want to try and get as much food into the capital as humanly possible. I need you. Oh, I'll connect you to Chichen Itza, I guess. That's fine. They're going to convert more cities and I'm going to be sad. Let's say it ain't so, man. Bro. Not being able to eliminate a religion is sadly a step back. Okay, future civic. Gunpowder, bombard galleon. Sick, that actually got us a wildcard policy slot. We could just go for 5% science here. Or science from specialists. There's also like 15% yields in specialized towns is really strong. Narrative choice. The crisis grows stronger, dude. Come on, man, stop converting. Okay, I've got... My whole empire is converted on this continent. Everything up here is converted. We're good. As far as I can tell, I think I have everything converted. I don't see anything that's missing. Although it is 4 a.m. and my eyeballs probably don't work as good as usual. We've got 6 turns until the end of the game. I'm going to start running research initiatives to try to bring the research down. When a dungeon are not damaged. Yeah, just pressing spacebar and Z, which is like my next action key, and spacebar is like my wait key. I think we did it. Alright, let's take in a specialist right there. I'm converting all of my production into science, and it probably still isn't enough. I think we just barely squeaked it so that we'll actually finish it before the era ends, so we'll get a scientific boost too. Alright, did we get any deconversions? I don't see any. Well, Silicofa and Saba need to be converted. Otherwise, we're looking good. This is a crazy number. 88% of people in the world follow my religion. I don't actually see places where they don't... They slipped in. They slipped the religion in the back door. Like I did with your dad. Oh, another city. Goddamn. You're making me look bad. I mean, I do a pretty good job of making myself look bad most of the time, but you're making me look bad too, and that's a 2v1. I can't have that. I can't have a 2v1, man. It doesn't work. You know what I mean? No, don't convert the cities. They belong to me. I think I have enough great works. The plague is killing my ships. Run away. Non-Helima's town. Who? Australia? Oh, you're the Shawnee. I see. Okay. We're loving it. Can you just piece me out, man? Can you just stop being the way that you are, Catherine? God damn it. Most annoying civilization in history. Okay, I got a point. I'll take production towards wonders. Oh, well, no. Oh, I got a scientific point. Yeah, we'll take better specialists. We have 1 point. We could maybe get 2 before the end of the age. Depends on how fast the growth comes in. Can I get more cities to grow? Can you be a fishing town? You can't be. If you are a hub town, though, we should buy more merchants. That's for sure. All right, we're coming up on the last couple of turns here. I think we're on the second last turn of the age. So many treasure fleets spawned on this turn, which is really sad because they're never going to make it home. Their money will fall to the bottom of the ocean so that the Spanish government can claim them to this day. 85%. We're losing ground. That's not good. Narrative. It's the story behind the game. All right, I think this is it. This is the end of the age. We're about to hit that scientific future tech thing. Bish bash bosh. Congratulations to me. The exploration age is ending. I think I got like a pretty damn good victory here. Yeah, look at that. 20 points. I do wish I'd gotten better on the scientific legacy stuff. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Oh, we absolutely can. Wait, if I purchase a hospital? No. If I purchase a wharf on a tile that's being worked by a fishing boat, can I move a pop here? Damn it. Maybe I can do that in the capital. No. Hold on. I've got to be able to do this somewhere. You're not working any land tiles. Okay, what if I purchase the wharf here? I put it right. No, I clicked the wrong area because I'm stupid. Hold on. Damn it. Okay, if I put the wharf here, did that work? I don't think it did. No. Well, I have an idea, and it's kind of overpowered. So I'm going to convert Chichen Itza to a city, and then I'm going to come in on whatever I think has the best adjacency. So probably this. I'm just going to lay buildings down on top of existing works, which should lead to me being able to create... How much yield is it? Wait, did I achieve a yield of 40 in 5 or more of your non... I need a little bit more. It's okay, we can make that work. What about right here? There we go. Scientific legacy age, baby. Now that's what this is what I call a pretty successful age. And the annoying thing is the treasure fleet was what I kind of worked towards really early, and it's just so hard. The ship spawns so slowly, and but yeah, we killed it this age, dude. Golden age science, golden age military, golden age culture, plus an economic, plus 2 production in all settlements. Ada Lovelace's cities will continue to rise. Awesome. I think I'm just gonna shift enter my way through the end of this turn. That's a victory right there. All right, sick. I couldn't sleep, so I finished the episode. The exploration age comes to an end. It is kind of an interesting question as to who I want to play in the next age. I have already played a game as Great Britain, like as Ada Lovelace's Great Britain, so I don't know if necessarily we want to do that. But we absolutely nailed this age, dude. Ada Lovelace got so many levels. So we pretty much unlocked everyone except for Buganda, Mughals, and Qing. I have been meaning to play the Mughals. So I've played the French, I've played the British, I've played Meiji Japan, I've played Prussia, I've never played Russia, Siam, Mexico, I've played America. We might play Mexico here just for funsies. Or we could go Zdravstvuyte. +1 culture and science and cities, and for Ada Lovelace honestly sounds quite good. You know what, we're going to play with Russia. Never played them before. Let's experience the Zdravstvuyte. Alright, sick. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. I love you all very much, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!